What's up guys, my name is Phil. Welcome back to Miranda Detailing. In today's video, we're working on this beautiful little Lexus IS. So guys, the service that we're doing on this is a paint enhancement and a up to 1 year coating. So what we're doing is testing a couple of products. I'm actually working with the Melco Epic line, and I'm just testing out these two products in particular, the finish polish and the medium duty compound. So I'm using my little SPTA cordless machine with my orange Lake Country pad, and I first started with the finishing polish. It did a really good job. It glossed everything up, but it didn't quite get the defects removed that I wanted to an acceptable degree. So I bumped it up to the medium compound, and I think I found a perfect combo for this paint. Now remember, when you're doing paint corrections or paint enhancements, you can't just find one product that works for everything. So that's why we have a variety of different products, compounds, polishes, whatever it is, to tackle each paint job. Now true, there are some compounds and polishes that work good, I don't know, maybe 80 to 90% of the time. And those are usual certain go-tos that I just stick with all the time. But I wanted to try the new Epic line from Melco. And this stuff isn't new, it's been out for a while, but it's new to me. So I'm really enjoying it. Great workability on the paint, no smearing or smudging. The wipe off is really easy and nice. And let me show you what this paint looks like. But before I do that, guys, if you're enjoying videos like this, please subscribe, click that bell. That way you get notifications each time these videos drop each week and you don't miss stuff. So let's check out the paint. So guys, here's the condition of the paint before. It's pretty hazy and swirled up, and this paint definitely has its fair share of defects. But here's what we're shooting for. Really nice, right? Now, again, it's a paint enhancement, not paint correction. What you're seeing there, those little minor little defects, little scratches, little swirls, we're not concerned about. It's going from this to this. That's what we're shooting for. This is an older vehicle. It's a 2010. It has a lot of wear and tear on it, lots of defects on the front there, and everywhere else, little rust areas on the back, on the other side. So we're not going crazy. This is not a type of detail where we get everything. Our type of details here, we're dealing with a certain demographic, and there are customers who just want their vehicles polished, looking glossy and beautiful and protected. So that's what we're going for. I think that combo is working just great. It clears up the paint without leaving any nasty haze or anything like that. It's looking really good. So again, that's the Melco line. I'm using the the medium duty compound with the orange Lake Country pad, and you can choose whatever polisher you want. So most likely my wife is going to be using it on that side, and I'll be using my trusty Rupes polisher on the other side. And we'll get this thing all polished up and coated. And we're gonna work on the wheels here too. I'm just going to hand polish them and put a nice sealant on them because they do need a little bit of polishing. They look good on camera, but you can see there's some areas that just need a little bit of attention, a little bit of light polishing, and it'll look really nice. the exterior is washed, deconned, clayed, and now let's inspect the paint. And we're going to be doing a paint enhancement and then a 1-year ceramic coating. And the paint does look pretty rough. It's got some bird etchings, it has heavy to medium swirls, and it has some other paint defects, some deep gouges and dents and things like that. So we're not worried about that. We're going to make this thing look glossy. It's going to look amazing. Nice chrome wheels. Those will be gently polished as well. We just did the interior. There wasn't much to show. The carpets and the mats cleaned up nice, but the leather is really cracked and damaged, unfortunately. So a lot of wear. This is all wear. This is not dirt. So we have to be very careful when cleaning this. We just have to gently clean all around it. That's wear right there. So we couldn't do much. We already let the owner know that it's damaged, it's cracked, and if we try to go any further, we risk really ruining it. So with some of these seats, you just can't do much with them. But really we're gonna focus on the paint, and this color is beautiful, and it's gonna look even better when we're done. The gloss and the clarity will really come out. So we're going to clear all of that up, and I just wired up the lights here, so I have all 4 of my spotlights. They're really high-powered LEDs, and they do a good job exposing all of the swirls. We got some weird marks here. I don't know if we're going to be able to get those out. Those are really bad. We'll do our best, but sometimes those marks like that are extreme damage in the paint, and this is just a paint enhancement, so it's not a paint correction. Do not expect full paint correction in this video. That's not what this is intended for. That's not what the customer is paying for. They're paying for a paint enhancement. It's all about the customer's budget and what we can do with the vehicle. All right, now you can already see the difference when we tape the line, right? Huge difference. Now that's just with, one section or a couple of section passes, what I figure as section passes. Wow, that really cleared it up. Even without the direct light, you can see how deep and rich the color is. That made a huge difference. All right, I'm really happy with that. That's very easy to work with and wipe off. That is awesome. All right, so that's the winning combo. You can already see the difference. It's kind of hazy here, and it's nice and glossy and rich on the other side. Even with the flat lighting, you can see it. You can see the difference. All right, excellent. So orange pad and the Melco medium duty compound is working perfectly. Let's continue around and we'll show you a little bit of befores and afters as we work around the vehicle. So these lights have made things so much easier. The fact that these are so high and they're angled just right, I can see from every corner of the vehicle with these spotlights. So I'll have them in the description below, so check them out if you want to install lights like these in your garage. Man, these are great. They are really bright, and they really bring out the defects if my camera can focus properly. I have to take it off autofocus. Loving that finish. All right, I'm gonna work on the hood here, on the roof, and let's see what type of clarity we can bring using our combo. So guys, just a little bit more to go. We have this panel back here, this small section here, but the whole front end is pretty much done. This side of the roof is done. My wife couldn't reach on the other side with her little T-Rex arms, but check out what she just did here on the trunk. She pretty much just polished from here all the way to about all these little like curvy lines here. But do you remember the defects that were here? Well, I can't even find them. So, I think they were around here. So she was using the same combo as me. I'm using the Roops, and she is using the little SPTA cordless polisher, but still using the Epic medium duty compound. And wow, it is just looking incredible. Look at that finish. This was pretty bad. She did an awesome job. Yeah, I can't even find those defects that were here. Whatever they were, they came out. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, it looks good. Wow, so good. Okay, awesome. So the only thing, that quarter panel, some of the smaller work back here with the 3-inch polisher, that side of the roof and the little pillars. And then we'll start IPAing it, and we're going to show you what we're going to use for the coating. All right, polishing is now done, and the paint is looking great. Look how nice and crisp that looks. Very, very nice. Very happy with the outcome. So now we're just doing a quick IPA wipe down. We're not seeing that this stuff has any fillers, at least nothing that really is dramatic. I've dealt with some polishes and all-in-ones that do have fillers, but if you work it like a compound, if you polish the paint with the appropriate pads and use it like a compound with your section passes, then it does correction work. That has to do with all-in-ones that people say have fillers, like 3D Speed and other ones out there. Yeah, they may have fillers, but all polishes and compounds have some sort of fillers that are going to mask something in the paint. And it all depends on the paint as well, the hardness and the softness of the paint. What we're finding with this medium duty compound from Malco is that there are no fillers, great application, easy wipe off, excellent finish. Now, again, that's for this paint. That may not work completely for black soft paint. Each paint is different, so be wary of that. So as she's wiping down with IPA, let's go through and see what product we're going to use for the trim and the paint. All right guys, it's coating time. So what we're going to use is the Last Coat Black Ice. Now we've used this stuff before on our own vehicle, but now we're going to use it on a customer's vehicle. And this stuff does boast up to 12 plus months. Now remember, with any type of protection, even with the ceramic coating, you can't just slap it on and expect it to last that long. Everything needs maintenance. So we are going to tell the customer that this will need to be maintained. We'll give them links to the Last Coat spray sealant and amp, and they can use that to maintain the vehicle. They can wash it per usual by hand, no machine washing, and then they can apply either the Last Coat every few months or amp every time they wash it, and that will always bond to the base layer. So this is considered your base layer, and then you can add on additional coats of the Last Coat version 2 and amp. So again, remember, with any protection, including ceramic coatings, maintenance is key. So it says 12 months, but if you just slap it on, you don't do anything, it's most likely not going to last that long. So make sure to communicate that to your customer, or if you're using it for yourself, remember, maintenance is key. So let's apply it. We have a nice fresh applicator, a fresh towel. This stuff is very easy to use. It's not like a traditional coating. You can basically spray a couple of applications on the pad, work in a small section like a ceramic coating, and then wipe it off. So let's show you how we do that. Now I switched out the little head on this with one of these finger pumps. If you've watched our other videos, you know I like these tips better. So shake up the product. I'm going to spray it onto the applicator off screen so it doesn't get on the paint. And just a generous amount to start with here. And then just apply it in crosshatch patterns like you usually would with the ceramic coating. And it doesn't react like a traditional ceramic coating. It goes on like a liquid type sealant. So you apply it and basically wipe it right off again. And that's pretty much it. So we'll go panel by panel, and it wipes off really nice and clean. Again, make sure to have plenty of lights, and it looks, wow, it looks great. That was easy. A couple of applications on the applicator, a couple of sprays, and we'll simply go section by section, applying it, and you can overlap a little bit. That's not going to harm anything. Just make sure you have even application, and then wipe off. It flashes right away with no problem. right, guys, we're done. The Lexus is complete. It's going to sit overnight and cure, and the customer will pick it up, well, not tomorrow, but in 2 days. So it'll sit here in our garage for 2 days. But that's not a problem. We have the facility for it now, which is great. So let's show you around the vehicle. So the paint is looking incredible. So if you remember what it looked like before, it was swirly and hazy and it just looked horrible. So now it's looking nice and crisp and clear, not 100% because it's a paint enhancement. It's coated. We used the last coat black ice, and that can boast up to 12 months with proper maintenance. But the paint and the trim, we used Ceratrim from the last coat. That looks incredible. It's a great restorer. I love how that stuff works. It can be a little finicky to apply if you don't like thick products, then it may not be for you. But other than that, it's not a big deal. The end result is incredible, so I'm very, very happy with it. But now the paint is looking so nice. Customer is gonna love it. These chrome wheels really cleaned up beautifully. They look incredible. So we used the new Max Shine all-in-one polish and sealant, but man, this thing looks incredible. Many of the defects did come out, some of the heavier things. Whatever was here, my wife was able to polish that out, no problem. It still has its fair share of little dents and dings and things like that, but whatever, that's not a big deal. With the paint looking this good, you can overlook some of those minor defects. All right, guys, so the Lexus is done and it's looking great. Like we said, the customer is gonna pick it up in about 2 days, so it's gonna sit here and everything's gonna cure on it and it's going to be incredible. So hopefully when the customer does come, we can pull it out and get some sun shots, and I'll have that at the end of the video. So I hope you enjoy it. So hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, give it a thumbs up, like it, share it with others who may enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell. That way you get notifications each time these videos drop each week and you don't miss stuff. So we'll see you guys next time. Have a safe week. Take care.